Shawn, why have grain carts become so popular?
Well, with the advancement of the combines getting much larger, trucks getting larger, it just makes the combine much more efficient. They find if you don't let the combine stop, we're able to make the efficiencies much higher using a grain cart. It's easier to pull a grain cart through the field than driving your truck. They don't have the air filtration in the trucks that you would have with a tractor. They're designed for the fields.
Okay, so what are some of the things a farmer needs to consider when he's looking at a grain cart?
Well, ultimately, the first concern is to never let the combine stop. If we're able to do that, that's our ultimate goal. But they'll also consider how big their trucks are. So if they have a cart that's large enough to fill perhaps a Super Bee, that accommodates them better. They also got to consider what size tractor they have and whether they have PTO or not. You know, some of our simpler carts, their simple design, single auger, allows them to be run hydraulically. So that's something that they first have to consider, what tractor they have and if they have a PTO or not. And then we have to see how many combines they have. So we match up with each farmer's gonna be a little bit different equation.
Okay, so this unit behind us, this is your 1594 model.
Yes.
How many bushels of wheat does it hold?
About 1,500.
Okay, so 1,500. So how many combines would a farmer need to feed this machine?
It really, in different areas, of course, bushels are higher. Barley, for example, is going to run a lot higher, and depending on their resources. But you can see even in Canada, 3 and 4 machines with a good driver serviced with one cart.
Okay, so the concept is that combines keep going, tractor pulls the grain cart around the field, combines never stop.
That's the ideal situation.
Okay, so then the cart runs to the end of the field, fills the Super Bees, and then on she goes.
And sometimes you think the cart driver is the low guy in the totem pole. When you get multiple combines rolling, the cart guy dictates. He says, time to dump, and the combines are used to waiting till they're full. Well, not anymore. You dump when it's time, when the cart is there. Get the smaller pattern going, and that just makes the whole thing more efficient.
I think being the cart driver would be the fun part. You get to just race around the field and picking up grain and dropping it off.
Sure, yeah.
Don't have to worry about plugging up, don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And a cart is a nice, easy target to hit. Your combine, they don't have to worry about it. You're trying to top off a truck on the go in the field, it's very difficult.
So that's a good point. So when you are in the field and the combine is unloading on the go, what is the best way to fill the cart? Is it through radio communication and the tractor driver speeds up and slows down to fill the whole machine?
Oftentimes it is. Many of our carts are equipped with a scale. So the combine guy can radio and say, you got room for my dump? And he looks at his scale and says, I sure do. Pull up. But ideally you like to keep them grouped.
Okay.
And put as little traffic in the field as possible. That's why, again, the cart operator can say, hey, dump now, so that as long as they don't stop, again, that's our ultimate goal.
Okay. You had mentioned off camera that grain carts have always been quite popular in the U.S. and Canada, they're becoming more and more popular. Why is that?
Well, again, there's bigger combines with larger capacities than they were in the past. So when you're spending, what's a combine cost? Are they $300,000 possibly?
Yeah. You
want to make them pay. A grain cart is a very efficient way to make that happen.
Is there a farm where a grain cart doesn't fit?
Well, some of the smaller farms might think that that it wouldn't fit because of the cost, but we do offer carts as small as 450 bushel. In wet conditions, we're talking about compaction issues, those types of things. Maybe you could get away with less trucks by using a grain cart. Okay,
so and last question, crop types. It works in corn, wheat, barley, peas?
Practically anything. We hear canola up here, but the more volume you have, the more beneficial it is. Obviously corn could be 250 bushel. We have barley, we have oats exceeding 100 bushel, and they just become convenient. It's gratifying for me. It's the 20th year I've done this show, and the guys come up to me and say, we didn't think we needed a cart, but now we use it all the time. We use it in the spring to unload our bends. Our yards are soft. So it really can be unloading the bottom of a bend, you've got a place to put it, you're sorting grain, you're blending grain. There's just a lot of uses for handling the grain.
Thanks a lot for joining us today, Shawn, and have a great show.
Appreciate it. Thank you.